Welcome once again to Breeders Wahala. And in season 2, like we told you, it's going to be about meeting the breeds and their breeders. So today we are in Spintex, Breeder Estate. We are here at the Kennel Breeds GH with Madame Pearl, and she breeds Shih Tzus. And then for you to see that Shih Tzus are good enough, this is an imported female she just brought in. This is one she bred herself, and then this is another puppy she has, and then that's the owner there. We are waiting for you. So go finish the interview, they take them a dog book. But no, I will go finish soon. Yeah, so she's going to tell us a bit about Shih Tzus. Fine, there are many party-colored toys in town that people are parading as Shih Tzus. She's going to tell us a bit on how to identify correct and good Shih Tzus, and then how to tell the difference between pet quality Shih Tzus and breeding quality Shih Tzus. So then, Madame Pearl, welcome to Breeders Wahala.
Thank you.
So then, let's start like we always start. Why Shih Tzus?
Why Shih Tzus? There are a lot of toy breeds.
Yes.
But Shih Tzus are one of the breeds that were actually bred for companionship.
Okay.
And they have very good temperament. If you've owned or experienced a Shih Tzu before, you cannot help but fall in love with their flowing hair.
Like I'm taking this one home.
With their flowing hair, their majestic look, and their face. What's there not to love about them? But their temperament is one of the best things that I love about them, and they are easily trainable. For somebody like me who runs Breeds GH, I don't believe in keeping your dogs in cages, and I'm trying to breed family pets, family-friendly pets. So, as you can see, my Shih Tzus are not. I have about 6 Shih Tzus. They are not in cages. I've trained them. I've trained. Somebody may ask, how do they pee and poop? I have trained them. I spent a lot of time to train them to pee and poop at specific places if we don't have the time to take them outside. So they know where to pee and poop, they know where to eat, and they are easily trainable, and their temperament, they are very good with kids. And as companion dogs, they are one of the best toy breeds.
Are you sure it's not because you are breeding them? That's why you're telling them that.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I went for them.
For them, okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So then, how many Shih Tzus do you have? You said 6.
Yes, I have 6 Shih Tzus at the moment. We are expecting a male, also imported from Russia, and he should be arriving maybe by the end of this month.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so what are some of the challenges you face breeding Shih Tzus and then keeping Shih Tzus indoors?
Shih Tzus hair, in the first place, Shih Tzus hair they shed, but they don't shed all over the place.
Okay.
Like that. So one of the challenges of keeping a Shih Tzu is the grooming. Also, the reason why I don't like keeping them outside or letting them stay outside for extended periods of time is if you have too many dirt in their hair, it mats a lot. So one of the most challenging thing about keeping a Shih Tzu is the hair.
The hair, okay.
It's how to keep the hair, to groom the hair, all the products. It's like human hair. So Shih Tzu hair is not. It's actually called. No, Shih Tzu hair is actually called hair. It's not called fur. It keeps growing and growing.
So what's the difference between the hair and the fur?
So the fur grows to a point and stops. Like Rottweilers, like German Shepherds, they have fur. But toy breeds like Shih Tzus, Maltese, Poodles, they have hair. So it keeps growing and growing, and the texture is different than the fur. And they don't shed like the fur sheds. They shed, but it doesn't really fall out. So you need to brush it out, or it will tangle.
That's the major challenge you face as grooming.
Yes.
Nothing to do with litter sizes. Nothing to do with good bitches taking care of their own puppies.
For me, all the crossings I've done and all the litters I've had, I have actually not encountered
any bad mothers.
Any bad mothers, any no production of milk, any C-sections or whatsoever. I've been Yes.
Okay, so what's the average litter size for?
The average litter size is 4 to 6 puppies. And I've known people who have had 2, I've known people who have had 1. I've also known somebody who has had 8. But the average is between 4 and 6 puppies.
So what would you say the Ghanaian market is in for? Breeding quality Shih Tzus or pet quality Shih Tzus? Or honestly, they don't know at all?
Honestly, I think they don't know what they want. So people come and say, I want... Okay, people come and you ask them, I ask you questions about what you're using the dog for and everything, but people claim they are going to keep it as pets. And after a year, they come and say, I want to cross the dog. That's not how it works. So for me, when I get puppies, I can sometimes it's earlier, sometimes from 4 weeks, sometimes from 8 weeks. But personally, I think you can identify the puppies well from 8 weeks, which one, especially with the hair, with the face, you can identify which one is pet quality and breeding quality.
Okay. What's the feeding like for you? Homemade or commercially made food?
I do commercially made food because one, I don't have a lot of time to do homemade, but on weekends I add a bit of chicken to the food. We try to feed the most premium quality food that we have.
Okay.
And then we add natural oils like coconut oil, fish oil, and then on the weekends we add a bit of chicken. But I try to minimize the intake of the feeding of chicken because I use chicken to train them.
Okay.
So I don't want it to become like a staple for them. I want it to become mostly like a treat for them.
Okay.
So we feed chicken also on weekends because we do, we bath our Shih Tzus every week.
Every week?
Yes, every week we bath our Shih Tzus.
Generally with dogs, we learned that, or we have heard or we have read that regular bathing removes all the oils and things from their skin, and then too much bathing will end up letting the dog have skin issues, like because whatever oils that is supposed to be on the skin to keep it moist is being cleared, it dries up, then we have eczema and other things affecting the dog. So it's the same for Shih Tzus because you bath every week.
Yes, so for Shih Tzus, as I said earlier, they have hair instead of fur, and that's how come we also add the oils, the natural oils to their food. So because they have hair, when it becomes too dirty, the hair doesn't grow well. They get a lot of tangles. So, you are supposed to keep the hair free from dirt. So if you plan to keep your Shih Tzus hair long and not to cut a low cut, and I prefer to keep them long to medium, it's better to bath them every 5 to 1 week. Even those who do the shows, those who keep the show line, the show hair length, they bath their Shih Tzus every 3 days.
Special shampoos or just any dog shampoo would work?
I use shampoos that are, and also, please, people, I think most people are stopping, but people use human shampoos to bath dogs.
Sure.
It is so wrong. You shouldn't use human shampoo to bath your dog. And we use, and also with Shih Tzus, one thing you should never do is brush your dog's hair when it's dry. You always have to mist it with a leave-in conditioner or water.
Before you brush?
Mist it, not wet it. Mist the hair so that it will be a bit damp. Okay. So we have 2 types of leave-in conditioners that we use. It makes the hair silky. It makes a dirt fall off the hair, not to really stick to the hair. And even when they get wet, it dries off. It repels the water.
Okay.
So never brush your Shih Tzu hair when it's dry because it will break. And don't brush it to when it's wet. It will also break. So it should be, it should be damp, not wet or not dry.
Okay, so on the breed standard, we've spoken about pet quality and breeding quality, but we haven't told them what colors make up the pet quality, or what other faults that make up the pet quality. So if you can tell us the colors that make up the pet quality, and then some things that could tell the differences between the pet quality and then the breeding quality.
So with Shih Tzus, all colors are permissible.
All plain colors and party colors?
Yes, all plain colors and party colors are permissible. Party colors, a desirable feature is the white blaze on the forehead and then the white tip tail. The nose is supposed to be black, solid black, except for liver colored dogs that have liver nose.
So liver colored Shih Tzus are accepted?
Yes. Apart from liver colored Shih Tzus, all other Shih Tzus are supposed to have black nose. On the structure of the Shih Tzu, from the feet to the withers is supposed to be shorter than from the shoulder to the tail. So it's supposed to be slightly longer than its tall.
Okay.
Yes. And then for the muscle, the muscle on a full-grown Shih Tzu is not supposed to be more than 1 inch.
Okay.
That is 2.5 centimeters.
Okay.
And then the nose is supposed to be set a bit upwards, either on the line of the eye or in the middle of the eye, never below the eye.
Interesting.
And then the teeth, basically this is what you should be looking out for.
If you want to breed Shih Tzus.
The hair should be more silky, more hair feeling like instead of coarse. There are different textures, but you shouldn't have a coarse looking hair. One of the features that you should look out for when you are choosing a puppy to know, it's the face. So you see it mostly in puppies. When they grow up, unless you shave the dog, you will never see it. So the Shih Tzu has a nickname called the chrysanthemum dog, because the face looks like a flower. The hair around the nose grows upwards, and then the nose looks like it's pinched in, so it looks like a flower. Basically, it mostly appears in puppies. You can see it in a full-grown dog when you shave the face, but because if you are keeping the hair long, the hair falls, you will not really see it. So for puppies, you see it a lot.
Okay, talking about short noses and then 1 inch noses, doesn't it make the breed like the biophilic breeds that we have that suffer from breathing?
So the Shih Tzu's nose is not that short. It's not the shortest in those kind of breeds. A little history on the Shih Tzu. The Shih Tzu's origins came from Tibet and was developed further in China. So background breed is from the Pekingese and then the lhasa. Yes. So it's like the muscle is like between the two. So if you've had a Shih Tzu, they don't really breathe that hard like the packs, and the Shih Tzus I have had don't have any breathing issues.
Okay, so you are saying that Shih Tzus are from lhasas.
And
so then what's the difference between and Pekingese? But then I'm saying I'm taking lhasas because then, to me they look alike. So how can I tell the difference between a lhasa and a Shih Tzu?
So one of the biggest differences is the lhasa's muscle from the tip of the nose to the stop is longer than the Shih Tzu.
So muzzle length?
Yes, muzzle length. Okay. And then the structure. Most distinguishing feature is the face. The Shih Tzu has an almost owl-like face.
Okay, sure. Yes, with the big eyes and all
that. It has big eyes, small, and then a big head, a rounder head, and a domed head.
Top skull.
Yes.
Sure.
So the biggest difference is the face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that, we discussed pet quality and breeding quality. So it means you can get the two in a litter.
Yes.
Do all if you have the two in the litter, are the prices the same? What's the price for your pet quality? What's the price for your breeding quality?
So the prices are not the same. As I said earlier, normally when you want to buy a puppy, I will ask you exactly what you want to use the puppy for. So if you want to use it for breeding, and all my breeding quality ones are booked, I would let you know.
Okay, so that you wait
Basically,
for the next
yes.
litter. Okay, that's fine.
So we sell our breeding quality between 4,000 CDs and 6,000 CDs.
Oh, that's very, very good.
It depends on the pedigree they come from,
Okay.
and the litter size that we get.
True.
And we sell our pet quality from 3,500 to 5,000 CDs.
So if someone is paying, example, 5,000 CDs for a puppy, at what age do you release your puppies? What else do you add to the puppy when the person is picking it up?
Okay, so a general rule of thumb is never to let anybody, never to give a puppy to a new owner before 8 weeks. Anybody who gives you a puppy before 8 weeks is wrong. So we try to keep our puppies between 8 and 10 weeks, sometimes even 12 weeks. So when you buy a puppy from us, when you get a puppy from us, we don't just give you a puppy. We give you a trained puppy that knows where to poop and pee.
Oh, you potty train?
Yes, I potty train, house break the puppies before we give the puppies to you. You also get a puppy guide that takes you through first time owner or an experienced owner. We still give you a puppy guide on how to go about at least your first 1 week. We give you a grooming set that helps you with your daily grooming. And
all at an extra cost or
yes,
within the same?
At no extra cost. We want to make your life easier. We want you to be able to pick a puppy, go straight home and keep it for at least a week before going out to look for stuff to buy. Taking care of a puppy is stressful.
Very.
And then we also give you food to help you to keep the puppy and to introduce new foods to it. To transition into new foods.
So you mentioned your mail is coming from Russia.
Yes.
Meaning soon you start offering such services.
Yes.
Okay, how much are we looking at? And then what tests would you require bitch owners to perform or have on their females before you mate them?
So with a start service, it's really tricky. And I'm sure you know, accepting anybody's dog in your house or taking your dog to anybody's house is a risk. You are open to a lot of diseases and a lot of parasites.
True.
So we have not decided yet. We may not do start service, and if we do start service, it might be really strict. We may do only start service too, with people that we have previously sold puppies to, or with lines that we hope to use to improve, to do puppy deals, to do collaborations, maybe not necessarily take money for start fee, but to help to improve the breed. I also failed to mention that in the near future, we just set up the Shih Tzu Club. In the near future, when you get a puppy from us, you would automatically be part of the Shih Tzu Club. It's all inclusive in buying a puppy.
Buying the 4,000, 6,000.
Yes, you get free registration for a year.
I've been here for the past 2 hours. I've seen all your Shih Tzus. I've seen the work you do here. Do you do it alone, or you have a kennel boy or girl that helps you, or you do it with the family?
No, basically I do it alone. On Saturdays.
You do it alone?
On Saturdays, wow. I have someone who comes to help me to groom.
Okay.
And then, of course, my family also helps out. Oh, because dogs can't really, even though it's a lot of work, dogs can't really talk.
Yes.
And the way I want things done, I want it done right. So I try to do as much as I can myself.
And the rest of the family helps.
Yes.
Finish. So then we're done with today's interview, and then she'd like to mention some of the names for us. Maybe like this nice definitely will help you, but we did. So please introduce some of your dogs to us.
So on my left is Jules. Jules is one of our first Shih Tzus. On my lap is Jules' son. He's called Blueberry. We bred him ourselves. He's called Breeds Blueberry. And then this is our new girl. She came all the way from Siberia. She's called Casca Imaldry Chanel. She's from a very, very good line. Her father has won everything there is to win in Europe. So we have really great expectations of her. Already she's showing a lot of promise. So we hope that we can use her to improve the Shih Tzu lines in Ghana.
Sure.
This is our puppy, our current puppy. This is one of our current puppies. This one is Coco Vanilla Cutie. She's from our sea litter. And then this one here is her pedigree name is Winnie Pooch's Oprah Winfrey. She's from a sister breeder. She did a very good job breeding this one, but she's here with us now, basically.
Now we can tell the difference between the lhasas, other breeds parading themselves as Shih Tzus, and then the real Shih Tzus. So then if you need her contact for, let's bring offer start service, but don't worry, where there's a way, there's a way.
I said that we are still considering. We haven't made a
where there's a will, there's a way. So her contact details and then the links to other pages will be in the description down below. Remember, it's every Sunday, 4 p.m. Breeders Wahala YouTube. See ya.